Okay, here I am with a little tutorial on YouTube and a few things that you want to do. These are what I'm going to call the secrets of YouTube to expose what you're doing to more people and get more hits and more views. Some of my videos, not really too exciting, but packed with a lot of information. When somebody first gets on YouTube, if they get 10 views, and that's from friends and family, that's a big deal. So if you start to get a little bit more exposure, it's because you have interesting things that people want to know about and they pass them along. The other thing that I'm doing is that I'm posting a couple bulletins on my MySpace site and sending out a blast to people who are on my email list. These might not be people that I talk to all the time, but I'll just say, hey, check this out, it's something I'm doing. I know we haven't talked for a while. Here's some updates on me. Next thing you might want to do, if you've noticed here, I'm trying to make things a little more interesting and have kind of a bad boy attitude, which sometimes I have a little bit of an attitude, and I'm not dressing myself up too much. I'll admit that this hair is not really my hair, kind of a mohawky looking thing on my head. Leather jacket, my leather jacket, but just trying to have some visual interest here. I would advise more not having a plain background. I chose a white background for this video just because the black background I usually use blends a little too much with this jacket. So try not to itch your nose a lot. If you have an itch, just ignore it. Okay, that's adding a little bit of content. Varying your voice tone. You don't want to talk in a monotone. Talk a little bit high, a little bit low, a little, talk faster or slower, move things around a little bit. These are things that I don't know whether they're secrets, but things that people don't think about a lot of times. You get concentrating on, what you're looking at, or, staring off into space, and you don't think about what you're doing and that people are trying to watch it, or maybe not trying to watch it. Maybe they've even turned it off by now. Something people don't think about a whole lot is that there are 3 thumbnails that get selected. Now, what are your thumbnails going to look like? If you're scratching your nose a lot, your thumbnails are going to be probably, odds or chance that you might get 3 different things with you scratching your nose. And because it's just an instant, if you blink, and everybody does blink, some of those might be you with your eyes closed, and that doesn't look too good. Or you might have your mouth open like that, and that's going to be your selection. Maybe you have 3 choices, so you got to try to make something interesting. One thing I just found out was one of the choices come at the midpoint of your video. So if you're doing a 5-minute video, at 2.5 minutes you want to do something that's more interesting. This is my favorite one, and excuse me, this is going to be a little bit crude. So this is the one that I've seen a lot. Is it at the halfway point, suddenly you see this. It's cleavage, and you go, hey, what's that about? And people click on cleavage, they click on sex, they click on images. So if you want to have an image file at halfway through your video, try to make it fit, but some people don't even do that. They just go, okay, here's the 2.5 minute mark. I'm throwing in this little still photo that's going to stay up there for 10 seconds to make sure I get that. And it's something interesting, but it just interrupts the flow of the video. I try to make things fit a little bit better. And, you can just introduce somebody new into your video that's more attractive if you're less attractive. Or you could do anything you want, just trying to get one good thumbnail that you can select from and put that at the midway point. Something else that really helps is if your video's under 4 minutes. So, I try to aim, there's a maximum time that you can have on your video, 10 minutes for the most part, on YouTube anyway. And, I try to aim for the 9-10 minute mark because I'm trying to pack in a lot of information. But if you really want it to be viral and you want it to get passed around a lot, people have a short attention span. So you start talking quicker. When you got to get things in a big hurry, you start talking quicker, and then people will actually replay your video, and it actually counts as another hit. So if you talk really quickly and get it all done in 3 or 4 minutes, that's great, because everybody has ADD and a short attention span, and people probably write comments that, hey, ADD is not a joke, and I'm not saying it is a joke. I'm just saying that people have short attention spans anyway because of the way that media is blasting us. So anyhow, there's a few things. You know, have a lot in the background, have images going on, have something interesting to say, vary your tone of voice, keep your video somewhat short, and have an interesting persona as you're going about your business. Maybe alter your hairstyle, maybe throw on a little bit of makeup, do whatever you want to do. Just try to make it interesting, move around a little bit so people see that there's action going on. So that's it for now. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this and appreciate a little tongue-in-cheek stuff going on. Okay, here we are looking at YouTube, and this is going to be really pretty quick, but here I'm already signed into my YouTube account, and if I go up here to my account, I'll click on that, and here's the next screen. This is inside of my account, and basically looking at just some general information. Here's my name, so if you go to youtube.com/rob1963, that's kind of my home page on YouTube. I've put in 17 videos so far 1,119 views. If I go a little deeper, I can go into my videos, and videos in particular. This is the last one I loaded up, which was called Memory Jogger with 57 seconds. I can edit my video information. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier, that I can go in here, and here are 3 thumbnails that I can click on. These are different views on that video. This is the midpoint that I talked about, and these are the other 2. Whichever one's highlighted is the one that gets used. And you can change what the title of the video is at any time. Here's the description. The first thing you want to do is have a link back to your website using http://www.whatever, and then here's a description. And you want a pretty big description, and you can edit this at any time. You can have a different category, and you want to put tags, because things that are in your description and your tags are things that people are going to be searching on